You can see a little bit of a notch out right there.
I'm gonna throw it all away. I've been down this road of pain. My heart can't be contained. I'm tired of living inside the guidelines when it's all the same. I hate that I'm all to blame. I miss the calls on my name. No more complaining. This is my life. Yeah, it's my life.
Welcome back to my channel. I was young back in 7th grade. I had braces, you know, the ones with the little chocks on the teeth and the hard wire. Those things were annoying, man. I remember when I was wrestling, if I got cross-faced, it would look like my whole mouth was punched out. Blood would be coming out just because of a little bit of a nick because of a cross-face. Not even just that, it just took a little bit of the wire and it hit the back of your cheek inside and you'd be bleeding. It was so annoying, so frustrating to deal with. I'm pretty sure a lot of people are looking for alternatives outside of those braces, although they are very effective. I then switched to Invisalign. Very, 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 very costly. And if I'm honest with myself, just like the original braces in 7th grade, after I got the braces off, I didn't wear my retainer. Things started to shift and my teeth were like jacked up. Here was my Invisalign trays. I'd waste a few months and I put them back in. And then they would shift back and I put it back in, but they were almost done. I needed a few months on Invisalign. I ended up going back to the dentist and she was like, well, no, we're gonna have to refit you for new trays. I was like, can't you just order the same? I'm on my last. They clearly fit. Can't you just order the same? And she's like, no, it's been so long. We don't have your impressions. And you're talking about a year or two, which, okay, it's long. But again, if I'm on a certain track, couldn't you just take those impressions and then resend out more pairs? They got rid of my mold and they said I'd have to do it over, and it was like $5 grand. I was like, this is ridiculous. I'm not spending $5 grand. So I found an alternative in Smile Direct Club. I started using it again, and it's great. I love it. So we're gonna go ahead and do an unboxing of what it looks like. Be sure to hit that subscribe button. Make sure you click the bell for notifications so you're always up to date on what kind of content I'm releasing. And be sure to drop a like so this way I know the material that I release is what you guys want to see. Lip balm, which is pretty cool. It's a little circle, give it a little twist. There it is, a little roly-poly action. Ready to kiss my wife, and she loves it. A liner remover thingamabob. I like the name. We'll give this a shot. It's bright on. It comes with the box.
Teeth whitener.
I tried these. These are pretty cool, I guess. It's really weird. You know, you basically take it and you put it on your teeth or in the mouth guard, and then it has a light that, you know, uses like the UV to brighten your teeth. Oh, yeah. Well, I'll go ahead and... So again, like I said, you could just plug this in to your Apple laptop. It has a Thunderbolt cord or a USB. It connects into a micro USB adapter, and you can pretty much plug it into anything to get this to go on like this. I'm assuming this stretcher is for before and after shots. They have that game that's similar to this, and you try to say sentences. That's what it feels like. Hey, what's up, everybody? How are ya? Tear them off like that, and they have the different stuff in there. So this is month 2, week 1, and you go by month. You also could set reminders on the website. We'll take a look at the actual website and how cool that is. See, Invisalign didn't have it at the time. They may have it now, but I just feel like with the price points that Smile Direct Club has and just the ease of use, it's just a no-brainer. I have a cousin that's going to be a dentist. I haven't really talked to him about the difference between the two, just because I guess I don't really care to have the conversation. But I remember my mom was saying, she was talking to him and she mentioned, oh, Chris is doing Smile Direct. And he was like, from what I've researched, a lot of dentists are saying it's taking away business. So it would be interesting to ask that question of him. I can imagine that, you know, it's easier to go straight to the source. If all you do is pay extra money to go to a dentist for them just to put a mold in and send it off like they did with Invisalign, then why not just have a company like Smile Direct send you something, you take your mold, you ship it to them. You get a carrying case similar to Invisalign one I showed you before. Bottom aligners right here. Here's the top one. There you go. I don't know if you can notice the difference in my speech. Maybe I have a little bit more of a lisp. That's normal, and it's kind of annoying in the beginning. But after a couple of days of putting the new trays in, you get used to it, and that lisp kind of goes down. Put a new tray in, it's a little tight, so you'll kind of be like this a lot. People might ask you if something's wrong, and you're like, no, it's just your trays. And you sometimes could get a little bit of a flaky, hard piece in the top or bottom corners that kind of touch your gums or cheek a little bit on the inside. That's normal too. Again, there's not really all these problems that happen with it, but they do every so often come up, and I just know that from when I used Invisalign. It's similar with this. I will say, when you put a new set in, you take it out for eating food or you take it out to go to sleep. Also, when you do take it out, you'll feel a little bit of tenderness. So if you're trying to eat, maybe have softer foods in the beginning, because you want to keep these in for 2 weeks. So the first couple of days you have them in. If you're taking them out to eat, it's like, don't try to eat into steak and tear on it. It's going to feel tender. But after like day 4 or 5, they'll start to loosen, and after like the first week, second week, it'll feel like it can just slip on and off. So when you get to that next stage, then you take them out and you put the next one in, and it's the process all over. So that could be a little bit of a drag, but at the end you see incredible results, especially during the process, and it's a fun process to go through. They are kind of hard to see, and I don't know if you've already noticed the adaptation I made in my speech. It's kind of used to it now. I can kind of catch my tongue on the roof of my mouth, but for some in the beginning it's a little difficult. Here's a really cool feature of the site. Right away from the very beginning, they give you an overview of what your transformation is going to look like. I think it's unique for Smile Direct Club because it keeps you motivated and keeping your trays in constantly. So you saw the top. Here's the bottom crowding. You press the play button and it shows the shift. On the side, I could kind of see that little bit of indentation in my top right, kind of like slowly growing out over time. Making my smile more uniform, and that's exciting for me. It's cool to come in here and see like, okay, well, this is what my progress is going to look like. And I think that's very effective for the customer. It's something I haven't seen in Invisalign. All right, so we're going to shift into the part that I like to do regarding stocks. We're here in Robinhood. You see how I'm doing over the day, the week, the month, 3 month to a year. And overall I'm up 1,900 on my account. But when we click on Smile Direct Club, you'll see it's down for the day. And that's just the way the market's been fluctuating over time. I really believe in this product. I just think a lot of people right now are less interested in their smile. But if you are, this is a great product to get, because back in March it was all the way up at $20. And it's dropped. So I got in April around the $3.73 period, area. You can see that down here at the average cost that I bought in. I have 10 shares of it. So I'm excited about that, because even though I got in at that time, I anticipate that it's going to rise like it has already overall. You could also see when you scroll down under this account if there's a dividend yield. And as I mentioned in previous videos, like you could look at my previous video treadmills where I go over my stocks and why dividend yields are good ones. But Smile Direct Club isn't necessarily that kind of stock, but it's something I have in my portfolio that I really think is going to be good over time.